the place for all your gaming news, plus hot topics of the week. Also, remember to follow us on Twitter at KMega4.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry that we are late. Unfortunately, I have to give some bad news to my boy Rain G4, because I know you was highly anticipating Rosie Bomb, but she hit me up a couple of minutes before the show, and she said that she had to cancel, had an emergency. So therefore, hopefully we can get her on again. But Rosie Bomb, you know what I'm saying, shout out to her for even, wanting to come on, wanting to chit chat with us. But other than that, we got everybody else. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. It's about to be I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the first time for any of these people been on the podcast. So, you know what I'm saying? So it could be a messy fest, or these guys could be on their best behavior. But I am leaning towards violence tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome to the GRG Podcast. And we're going to start off right now, man, with my man, Power Man 4K. What's happening with you, bro? First time on the show. Let everybody know where they can find you at. Just give them all the business. You know what I'm saying? Your YouTube channel, all that.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. My name is Power Man 4K. I keep it real simple. I'm on YouTube, Power Man 4K, and on Twitter at Power Man 4K. It's good to be here. Glad to be here for the first time. Excited to talk to everybody about some good topics that we got laid out. And I just been doing a lot of gaming, man. I've been I jumped back into Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk looking real good on the Series X. And enjoying that, and cleaning up some stuff on Forza Horizon 5. And I'm actually getting to that point where I'm cleaning up Guardians of the Galaxy, getting some more achievements on that. So yeah, man, it's been a good week for gaming. Just kind of getting out here, but I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it. And no doubt, I got Guardians of the Galaxy. Have not got to it. Hit my backlog up with starting the Yakuza series. I beat Yakuza O. There's some quirky stuff in there, but that story is raw. I'm not even going to front. So, yeah, I would recommend people to go check out the Yakuza series for sure. So now I'm working on Kwame, but that, like you said, that Cyberpunk hit, and then Crossfire X. Right now, this is that gameplay that you're seeing right here. Instead of just talking about these games, you see that gameplay. So that's what we do. But first, let's get on to the next guest, man. First time. Hopefully this won't be the last time for you fellas, but man, this dude, man, made a name for himself out here in these gaming streets by being messy. But I love it. You know what I'm saying? The new generation, one of those new generation gamers out there, man. Jrock, what's happening with you, brother? Let everybody know where they can find you at, man.
That's good, brother. Thank you for the invitation, man. Thank you for the invitation once again. Listen, they can find me on at Jrock 2 A's. On Twitter, I don't have a YouTube channel or any other plugs I got to plug in right now. So I'm just happy to be here, man, to discuss these incredible topics and give the gaming streets what they want.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I called you guys for the to let the streets know what we think and especially how you guys feel. A lot of people know how I feel about a lot of this stuff, but let's go ahead and get ready to do that. But you know what I'm saying? I was going to say the first lady of GRG, the first lady of the second generation of the GRG podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to butcher your name, so I'm just going to say D is in the house. What? You know what? Did you cook breakfast? Did you cook breakfast tonight? Or do you
I just had some cereal today.
Oh man,
I know.
It's just that type of day, isn't it?
I know. I'm trying to get better because but no. I just had a good old bowl of cereal.
What kind of cereal, though?
I had French Toast Crunch Nostalgia one today.
Okay.
French Toast Crunch, yeah.
Cinnamon French toast.
No, not cinnamon, not the cinnamon one. There's literally a French toast cereal that they made back in the day, and that's how it kind of
aren't they like shaped like little pieces of French toast, right? Like the little cereal pieces.
Yeah, they are.
French Toast Crunch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a French toast. It's pretty lit. Yeah.
I still eat that King Vitamin.
What?
No cereal.
What
King Vitamin. King Vitamin, man.
I never
That's
heard of
the Ghetto Captain Crunch.
I was gonna say, yeah. Oh, okay. I got you. I was gonna say, man, that has to be a different brand because I said that must be East Coast, West Coast, because that shit ain't out here. Like that ain't out here in Oklahoma. I was like, what? Well, okay, so I got you now. I'm a Frosted Flakes man, honeycomb, and I'm even old school. Give me some Kellogg's Flakes, and I pour a little sugar on it. You know what I'm saying? And Cocoa Krispies and some Pops. You need one of those? We good. I'm not into the fruity stuff, man. I'm just not. So. Okay, I'm just saying, look, okay, enjoy your cereal. All right,
I'll be back to breakfast at some point. Just not now. I got to be an old lady and watch the salt and all that. But because if I do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing no reduced fat and such. So if I can't go all out, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm just having cereal.
Nice. What's up with you, Zobi? What's up with you, man? Thank you guys. Hit that like button. Share this out. Let everybody know that we're doing. Zobi, man, we're gonna have to get you back on, brother, man. Really do appreciate it. Again, I owe you and Xbox University. And Neo Spark got out early, so he good. But I owe you guys from just having that lit getting white girl wasted that night. And I my girl D because she wasn't here last week, so you know what I'm saying. We're gonna have a good clean show. We ain't gonna go too far left.
Yeah, Zobi the bro. You know Zobi. You know who Zobi reminds me of? That voice of Paul Mooney.
Mooney. Oh yeah. You know what? Zoe do have that Paul Mooney type of flavor to him. Because even when he was hating on Xbox at the time, I was just like, man, but he's so charismatic. You know what I'm saying? Dude's voice should be out there more. You know what I'm saying? I understand that that's what people out there know, but yeah, his voice should be out there more, man. Much love. But man, let me go ahead and say this to Hold on, where did he go? Yeah, hit that dislike button. He said,
Dislike?
yeah, he said, hit that dislike button. That's what the name of the person, he or she, and he says, this is first time listener, so welcome. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and do that. Yes, thank you. All right, so let's get to this first topic. This first topic is already going to be a doozy. Let's talk about respect in gaming and why some people feel it's appropriate to disrespect others over this gaming stuff, man. So we're gonna start off here. We're gonna go with the lady first. I wanna get her thoughts. I guess I'll just do a little bit of something. I mean, we all know all the disrespect going on, but here what really wanted me to bring up this topic was what happened this week, and in regards to a person that is a known troll. And she's out there. I see her post all the time. You know, I'm not one of those people that jump in people's posts and say stuff like, you know, let them be what they be. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I get it. I know why they do. But so happened, you know, kids move. You know what I'm saying? He can have his moments. He could be wild. He could be chilled. Then sometimes he'd go way over the line. You know what I'm saying? But I've been doing Smooth for a really long time, since the We game here years. And so he was the guy that got me to get onto the YouTube front. So I got much love for Smooth. But you know, he come out and say something about Dark Souls or Elden Ring, pretty much. He's not a fan of that genre game. I'm not that big of a fan, but I do want to try Elden Ring. It's just one of those things, like, I don't know. I just don't want to commit the money to it, because if I hate it, then I'm going to be mad at myself. So I felt him on the fact of, you know, not the fact where he was disrespecting the game, but I felt him like, you know what, look, I you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to spend no money on that game. I'm going to move on. It's his opinion. It's his page. You know, he can say whatever he wants to, right? And so this one individual lady troll, what's her name again? What's her
Marlis
name?
J or something like that?
Yeah, Marlis J.
I think it is.
Yeah. She goes in there and she calls Kid Smooth out of his name. She calls him the P word. Well, you know, it's just, you know, she called him a pussy. And look, he came after her, he clapped back and said something about her feet, right? Because she had a picture of her in sandals or whatever. And you take it as whatever it is. But I didn't know that he apologized. And for me, I felt honestly that he shouldn't apologize. And that goes for anybody, because I've seen some radical Xbox gamers out there that has lost their damn minds, sit there and said some wild shit and shouldn't have. And the PlayStation person that clapped back should not apologize. We're all adults here. So for me, I'm looking at this like, why is it that people feel that they should be a line stepper, an habitual line stepper, keep constantly trying to tell people what they feel, be negative, call them out their name, and then we get to this point. So D, what's going on with the game, with gaming, especially on social media, where people feel entitled to feel that they can be disrespectful like that over a kid's toy, pretty much? You know what I'm saying? This is, we're all big kids. Why people want to act like this? It's supposed to be about fun.
You know me. I like to think of things logically, and it frustrates me when there isn't any logic. But the first thing you said is kind of the answer to your question. It's because people are on social media, and I say that because I've heard when you guys talk about you've been to E3, everybody's real chill, none of that foolishness is there. It's when you're in person. There's something about the anonymity and the lack of instant consequences of social media in general that emboldens people to do shit and say shit they would not say in person. I don't know what it is, and I'm not saying I'm not guilty of it. That's just what it is. When you can just be on your phone or your computer, turn it off, say what you want to say, be spicy, and walk away, the possibilities are kind of endless because there are no real world consequences. Nobody's 5 feet in front of you to punch you in the face. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Not saying you should get punched in the face, but if I can talk spicy, put my phone down, walk away, there's no immediate consequence. So I think that's what it is. That I feel like there's always some hobby interest, where there are extremists, toxicity, whatever you want to call it. I feel like everybody has it. Just like, sports fans, if your team wins, you might celebrate at home, chill with your people. And there are some people that go out in the street, flip cars, and do foolishness. So it's like, yeah, we all enjoy the sport, but now there are people taking it, to a level that's unnecessary, if that makes sense. And I feel like gaming, unfortunately, is still a medium where there's still a lot of sexism, there's a lot of fanboyism. It just hasn't. It's still kind of in its infancy, especially with social media kind of being at its peak right now. As far as the Kid Smooth thing this week, I did see it. And I too didn't know that he had apologized. And to be honest, I saw the posts about him being wrong before I saw the post about what she had said. Because sometimes on social media, you gotta go down the rabbit hole real quick, and it don't take but 2 seconds. Just do your little research before you hit that reply button. Because I ain't trying to be out here loud and wrong. I don't like being loud and wrong. So I checked and I was like, what's the tea? What's going on? And when I went back, she was real bold. And I mean, I know you're trying to be all cordial, and that's really sweet. But let me tell you something.
All right.
I am one of those people where for every action, there is reaction. And as human beings, when you put shit out there, you're looking for a certain response, right? You should, hopefully, as an adult, think ahead to think like, yo, if I do this, what's going to happen, right? So for you, listen, I don't know about other people, but I know how I grew up, where I grew up. As a woman, you know that dudes, calling a dude a pussy is... You want smoke. I'm sorry. That's just one of the things that you like. You want smoke. I'm sorry. That's all there is. Period. The end. That's just something.
And he was nice to her. All he did was comment about her feet. He could have done something way worse.
Way worse. And my thing is this: it's not like that's just something that. Girl, I can't defend this. I'm not about to be like, well, she's a girl. Okay, then you're also an adult, so you should know that your words have consequences. Now, like you said, all he did was talk about her feet. He ain't dox her. He literally went to her public media, took a picture that she had posted publicly, and quote tweeted. When you are on Twitter, y'all know the vibe. When you are on Twitter, I just did this shit this week. If somebody comes for you and does some shit that's disrespectful, the gloves are off. That's all there is to it. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I did the same shit this week. Somebody came for one of the girlies on Twitter, and I was like, ooh, I have my coffee. I got time today. I'm dragging your ass because you were being disrespectful. That's what I'm saying. And,
she said, what?
That's just what the vibe is. So you can't sit here and look exactly what happened. She knew what the consequences were going to be. Everybody was like, oh my God, you can't say that to her. She's a girl. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't puff your chest out to say whatever the hell you want and then you can't throw a stone, try to hide your hand. If you gonna say some shit like that, stand in that shit and be like, yeah, I called you a pussy. Now what? Like, what he gonna do? You could have gone back and forth. She could have left it alone. She could have blocked him. But the fact that everybody's like, oh my gosh, you can't do that. Why not? Because I guarantee you, if that was two women going back and forth, everybody would have gotten the popcorn. I know I would have. I ain't gonna lie to you. My work day was kind of slow. So I'll be like, oh shit, they get it in over there. Like, I would have been. But the fact that he's a dude and he has to take the high road when he got called a pussy, I don't think so. That's like a dude calling me a bitch on Twitter. And I'm like, your hairline weak as fuck. I'm not apologizing for that shit.
You know what I'm saying? I'll have you back.
And, and nobody's gonna come to me and be like, that was messed up. You should have said. The first thing I'm gonna say is he called me a bitch. Oh yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Like, my side is immediately gonna be taken. I'm sorry. And I don't know. It's just one of those things where I feel like a lot of times these days in 2022, and I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway, there are some, not all, but there are a lot of women who want to have it both ways. You can't want to be, big Billy badass, but then play victim when your feelings get hurt or they come at you equally. I'm sorry. That's maybe I'm old school. I don't know, but that's just me. Because I know if the roles were reversed, people would not be telling me to apologize to a man if I drag him when he came at me disrespectful. That's just all there is to it. I've
That's
never
a
seen
fact.
that shit before.
Well,
I mean, and that.
Listen, and the comment was something in the line of, "You shouldn't be wearing sandals with those feet."
Right.
That's basically what he said.
And
That's all he said.
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it 1000% funky. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm 5'7". Okay. I'm above average height. So I'm not a size 5 in shoes. Let's just put it that way. I don't be posting my feet. Okay. That's all. Listen.
You crop them things out.
I'm just saying.
Right.
Because I'll tell you something. Y'all know the game. You with your homeboys or some shit, he wears some dusty ass shoes. He walk in there. What's the first thing gonna be like? Boy, what? No, just like the roast is gonna come. So the fact that he was just like, them shoes don't really go.
Them shoes. What are those?
What are those? I'm not saying he should have gone harder. I'm saying the fact of the matter is he could have. If it was me, I would have. That's just because I'm mean and petty when it comes. Like if you come out of line, if it's a misunderstanding, it's a misunderstanding. Mm-hmm. There was no ambiguity in what was said. There was no interpretation. There was no context. He literally was just like, I don't really rock with, the Bloodborne and the demons or whatever, which I don't either. He didn't disrespect anybody who does appreciate those games. He didn't disrespect anybody who made it. He literally was just like, from my understanding, from what I saw, it's not for me. Literally what it was. It's not for me. And I don't think he's entitled to that opinion. And I don't think you should be able to say whatever you want, call somebody out of their name. And especially on Twitter, of all places. Facebook, okay, whatever. Y'all know Twitter, ruthless.
Yes.
And but I'm gonna say it like this: as the only woman on this panel, and as a Black woman during Black History Month, I guarantee you, if I had said that, that wouldn't have been a response.
No,
because there would have been smoke. I'm just saying. Just look at the target audience. That's all I'm saying. I feel like certain people say certain things, so it's just like, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? But that's just my take.
No, I got you. That's why.
That's me.
But that's why I wanted to come to you first. You know what I'm saying, and get a woman's perspective of it, because 9 times out of 10, when I said it, I brought it up to my wife, today, and I was just like, I'm going to make this a topic, and then she was like, well, where did that come from? And then I explained to her, my wife was like, oh, hell, she turned left. Like, what do you expect? Like, that you just don't do that. Like, you just don't. But yeah, it is what it is. So let me go ahead and get Jrock's perspective on this. Bro, why do people feel like they want to go after you like this? Because I know that they come after you, they came after me. Power Man, I think, he just now talking about that there's people over here giving him some funk. What the hell is the deal here why people feel that they can just do this and not have any repercussions from it?
Mainly because of tribalism, man. They feel they got this big vocal tribe behind them that they could stick on you, right? Mm-hmm. So when she went to that comment section, and she got a little tribe, and he's a Xbox guy, so the vocal majority there is PlayStation people. Mm-hmm. So he says what he said. She just came into the comments and said, "You pussy," like for no reason at all, right? And he was like, "Oh, well, you shouldn't wear sandals with them big ass feet." And here come the white knights trying to make it deeper than what it is. You're really trying to body shame a woman? You need to apologize right now, Kid Smooth. This is uncalled. Come on, stop. You know, you're only saying that because he's an Xbox guy. And here come all the people that want to blow it out of proportion. And you know, and that's why people try to get away with it, but they don't keep that same energy on their side. So that's why I don't agree with that whole apologizing thing. If you said it, that's why I always tell people: say what you mean and mean what you say. I never apologize on Twitter. You don't catch me apologizing on Twitter. I'll be like, block me if you don't like it. Mute or
I
block.
said what I said.
You got the option to do it yourself. Don't be complaining about me on my Twitter feed. I don't go to your Twitter on your pages. I don't care about you.
Facts.
You don't catch me on people's pages I don't care about. Mm-hmm. Right? You guys come to me and you complaining. I say, listen, you know what to do. Block or mute. Keep it moving. I'm gonna be me to the day I die. I'm not here to be for everyone. I don't want to be for everyone. Jesus couldn't be for everyone. So why I'm gonna kill myself doing it for? Right?
He went deep with it. Damn.
Listen, that's why I didn't agree with the whole apology. I told Smooth, you know, you ain't do nothing wrong. You defended yourself. She came into your page. She called you pussy. You crack jokes on her feet. It wasn't even all that.
No,
I would have started. I would have started a roasting session.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Smooth got more to lose than me.
Right.
You know, he got.
Right.
You know, he trying to build his image and stuff like that. So I understand where.
You can tell that he thought about it. Right. Yeah, you could tell he thought about it before he posted. And, you know, so the only thing that he felt, but he's like, I got to clap back. I can't allow, because you know what would have happened if he didn't say anything? They would have kept on calling him out his name, saying he was soft for it. Go ahead, bro. I just wasn't disagreeing with you.
No, that's pretty much it, man.
Okay.
That's pretty much it, man. Like I always tell people, say what you mean and mean what you say, man.
Facts. That's yeah. No, there's no doubt about that. Okay, so what about you, Power Man? What's your initial thoughts about this whole situation, man? And I mean, you know, you can take it a little deeper if you want to, because that's the whole point of this conversation. It's just to let people understand. Like, I mean, why do we feel? I can't say we, because I don't go after people like that. But why do people feel like they're compelled to talk to you any kind of way when they don't even know you? Why?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So like my thoughts on this are, you know, we're in like a special time when it comes to gaming, right? Like in 2022, it's one of the largest, if not the largest, forms of entertainment medium in the world, right? Surpassing movies and music and revenue, right? Mm-hmm. So now we've stepped into a realm where the vast majority of the population know about gaming or are talking about it. I've heard people that never even I thought would know anything about a game and start speaking on a video game. So with that, I think comes with the idea that, you know, social media gets wrapped and entwined into that, and it goes beyond just gaming, right? Like this is a people problem, right? Like, you know, the anonymousness, the anonymity of the internet makes it easy for people to do and say whatever they want, right? Now, there's no accountability. There's no, you know, people can just kind of go off and say what they say. I'm right on line with everybody else, man. I don't think that Kid Smooth should have apologized. Listen, you know, she stepped into his page and asked for violence, and she got it. You know what I mean? And you know, he clapped back on her. And it was funny, and that should have been the end of it. Now, this weird like virtue signaling thing that goes on. You know, white knighting for these people that you don't even know, you know, telling Kid Smooth to apologize. That's just nonsense. I mean, listen, if you're grown enough to go out there and say something, be grown enough to go out there and defend yourself. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, that's the end of it. And I don't think that without any type of accountability, online, especially stuff like Twitter and you know, all that kind of stuff, it's like she said earlier, you know what I mean? People can just do and say what they want, put the phone down and they're done. You know what I mean? For most of them, you know, I do agree that Kid Smooth does sit higher than she does, right? So, you know, I feel like anything that he does would appear as punching down, and that goes with anything, right? That goes with anybody that's more famous or has more, you know, position in the world on YouTube. It's appeared as punching down, and she's a woman, so you know there comes a lot to do with a lot of those things back and forth. So I don't know, but like I said, I think that if you disrespect somebody, hey, listen, you should be ready for it, and you know what I mean, and then be okay with that,
Yeah, no doubt. So let me just go ahead and let me just go ahead and just bring this house crashing down. All right, so this is the thing, right? There's a lot of hypocrites in the gaming community, period. And this is the reason why I said I mean what I say. I said it on Twitter. There's a lot of people out here that will try to tell you that you should be the bigger person. You shouldn't do the console war. You shouldn't be this. You shouldn't be that. The first message for those hypocrites out there that keeps trying to tell people, ooh, the console war, you shouldn't be doing this. It's all kid. We should all be neutral and love one another and blah, 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 blah. You went in defense for a known troll. This person wasn't somebody that was undercover trying to play neutral. This person all day, every day. I can guarantee you right now on this podcast, there's something that's posted right now in a bad light towards Xbox, or a shot at Xbox, or a shot at somebody else. Known troll. So if you're going to sit here and defend these type of people, then all bets are off. There shouldn't be anything else to be said from these people. It doesn't matter how high your position or how low your position are, because you're full of shit. That's the problem within the community, because everybody, listen, this is just life. Everybody has a bias for something. There's going to be people that likes Xbox better than PlayStation. There's people that like PlayStation better than than Xbox. But you know what? I mean, but it's not a bad thing for people to say, look, my PlayStation is a side piece, or I don't want to buy a PlayStation. I don't want a PlayStation. Period. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with me saying, man, Xbox/PC, that just don't make any sense. Well, what if I don't like what PlayStation offers? But the games that I do like, that's second and third party, those are coming on PC. What if I felt that way? Now, that's not me, but again, if when somebody says, well, I don't like Nintendo, everybody want to seem to be in unison. It's funny how the PlayStation community want to get out there and try to tell people, oh, Nintendo weirdos and they like little kid shit. But then you act like kids and call people grown adults out their damn name. Like that's the shit right there that is just totally
infuriating, right?
Like, what I'm saying? And that to me goes a lot deeper, because I know this. I've had people sit here and come at me for no reason, and I try to take the high road to certain points. Then there's a point where, okay, well, look, I just have to cut your ass off, and then once I cut you off, and then I block you, whatever. We ain't got nothing else to say. But yet I still hear my name being talked with. Hell, Jrock, we got a rap song out. What is going on here? Like, bro, there are people that's doing
SoundCloud,
bro.
Pardon?
You didn't see this? You didn't see this?
Pardon?
D. There's a diss track. There's a diss track.
Go ahead and drop that in my DM, bro.
I will do that. There's two diss tracks. One where I sit there, I got tagged and was like, man, and I was like, oh, okay, so I'm here. And then I hear my name, and I hear Jrock's name, and I hear they talk about Boom. And then the first thing they say is, fuck black Xbox gamers. What? What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Look, I ain't got no problem with King Thrash. I think he's a nut. But you know what I'm saying? But I know what he do, what his little Logan is. He do what he do. You know what I'm saying? I know why you do what you do. And then on the flip side, people that keep on trying to act like they are going to be on this above level tip by trying to talk about people only do this for money. Bro, why is your shit monetized? Why are you on SoundCloud trying to make money? Why are you got your videos monetized? I don't want to hear all that, because listen, how people do they hustle? It's like this. Listen, I don't have when I knew the Z Crap and all the rest of them, Mooch and them did the flip flop shit and Salty and them, that was on them. I wasn't going to be a part of it, because to me, it's I you know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and lie to the people, because to me that's just a total disrespect. And listen, I get it. There's nothing wrong with people want to do if they have a change of heart. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, oh, well, PlayStation. Then all you got to do is just say, look, man, you know what? PlayStation is just doing a better job than Xbox right now. You don't have to completely come and talk to a brand that you've been capping for years and making money off of these people, and then come and telling them, hey, that shit is dog shit. It's wrong. Like I said, the smoke is coming today. I'm burning down the house. You know what I'm saying? People got to stop being fake. and then coming and doing this shit. Okay, so anybody else got anything to say about this? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I just want to do a little word association. I'm not gonna go deep into it. I'm not gonna explain it.
Yes, ma'am.
If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I just found it interesting that you guys use the terminology. You know, I love language. Y'all use the terminology white knighting. And the first person I thought of when y'all used that term, as far as what was taking place, was a little triggering. But the first thing I thought of was Emmett. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna just leave it there, because you just have people come from left field and take up for you for foolishness.
Right.
And that's how. That's it's February, bro. Like I'm gonna sleep it there. But continue though.
But I was gonna,
go ahead.
Definitely,
go ahead, bro.
man. We could. And that's a great point with the whole Emmett Till thing. But what I was gonna say is the funniest thing is the ones that call the fanboys toxic.
Yes.
Right? Are the ones that profit from it, and the ones that push fanboyism the most, right?
Yeah.
But they cover it up with professionalism, meaning they do the same thing as the power rankings in Sports Center. What they're doing is essentially pinning one team against the other, telling you which one's the best and which one. As soon as you do a ranking system, you're pinning one against the other.
Yes.
As soon as they have the game awards, they're pinning every game against one another in categories. You're dividing the fan base. That you're in one hand they're telling you we're all united as gamers, on the other hand, well, we're divided by categories. We're gonna pick the best one.
Right.
Right, and we're gonna decide. We're the gatekeepers here. They could have podcasts that say PlayStation, like Greg Miller and them. They could have specific. They don't call it gaming podcasts. They have specific stuff like PlayStation or the Xbox, and they'll have Ryan here and Greggy here, and this is the Xbox guy and this is the PlayStation guy, right? And they'll come out with their topics. They're right there. They're splitting it once again. The fan base that they're trying to tell you it needs to be united. The industry does the same thing. The console manufacturers, Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, they do the same thing. They profit by comparing their consoles with the competition. This one does this. This one's a beast. This one isn't. Sega does when Nintendo don't. This isn't coming from us.
I remember that.
This been trickling down from the up down. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So all of a sudden, when the fan base is acting accordingly with the messaging that they're putting out there, the propaganda and the marketing that they've been beating over the people over the heads with for years, now they want to call them toxic when it comes in and rears its ugly head, right? They could start making articles in one sentence they're about the devs. In one article they're about the devs, and another article they're telling you how you could start emulating Nintendo games and why you should do that instead of doing this. Right? They could tell you they're for the gamers, but they won't cover Sony charging you $70 for Horizon Forbidden West when they should be just one model and putting it for $60. There's no reason why they should be charging you $70 when you're getting the exact same thing as a $60 version with the free upgrade.
And aren't they holding that? They're holding the PS4 version longer, right? From my understanding,
yeah, it's gonna take them longer to get it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They're hiding the PlayStation version from the PlayStation 5 console owners, right? You can't find it on the console. You can't find the PlayStation 4 version on the console. You got to go through the app. You got to jump through a whole bunch of hoops to get the free upgrade that they promised you. We held them. Then they try to switch it up, and we held them accountable. The fans did, because the media wasn't. Once there was an outcry from the fans, the media jumped on that train and said, well, you did say this. You know, the toxic fanboys actually highlighted where you actually said it. because we also got to do the job of the journalist most of these times to keep them humble and doing stuff for the gamers, right? So
Hold
that's
them
what I
accountable.
find.
You got to hold them
Right, to
accountable,
hold them
man.
accountable. This is what I find funny. These people that profit from it, these people that are getting free games to review, free controllers and merch to review this, and they're feeding the console war. Turn around and call us toxic. That's the funniest thing about it. Like, I can understand King Thrash doing his thing and the PlayStation fanboys doing their thing, but
it's all good.
you know, it's all fun and games. But these people who try to, you know, they straighten up their ties and try to talk down to you. Oh, you shouldn't be doing this. This is very petty stuff. No, stop it. As soon as we go in and look into your closet, you got a whole bunch of skeletons that are way worse than anything the fanboys have done, right? And the act, man, he wanted to be a big YouTuber and I'm professional. But once he started digging into the fanboy stuff and fanboys clapping back and found his skeletons in his closet, now he wanted to do an apology tour.
Not an apology tour.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's right. Like, that's the thing.
And he did a video calling the fanboys toxic, but I don't see these fanboys saying the things you were saying.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking to. I didn't even know about that stuff with Ackman. That whole thing that blew up with him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's true. It's real weird. It's like, Ackman wanted to go out there and say, and attack these dudes, right? Which, whatever, everybody was saying he was imbalanced and was attacking more Sony guys. In my opinion, they just gave him more fuel, right? They gave him more fuel for his content.
Yeah, because I was in the video too, but
it's to say, I saw people that were in the Xbox community, they were in that video, but that's the problem, you know what I'm saying? And like now, something that I guess happened, years ago or whatever, and then all of a sudden they called him out and, hey, listen, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know about that. You know what I mean? I had to, I had to separate myself right from him because all I knew him from was from Xbox content. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew he had done that, and then I saw that last video, and then I got off work like yesterday, and then I saw all this stuff that was going on like after the fact. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I mean? So
what is this we talking about?
The Ackman.
See, I don't even know who that is. Yes, I don't know.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and people don't even know until the pony's like
million subscribers and all this stuff.
I think one of my homeboys watches them. I think.
Yeah. See.
I think it sounds familiar.
It sounds weird to me. Look, that's the thing. That's the biggest problem about this. And man, let me go ahead and give up. My boy changed his name. Henosis. You know what I'm saying? Soren X, my main man. You know what I'm saying, brother? We're gonna have to chop it up. Maybe play some Halo or whatever together. He says, great work. He says, Zombie Army 4 season pass. 1 is free. Yes, I did see that, but my whole mind was all about getting that King of the Fighters 15, which I got I got that early this morning. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go. Because I had a problem with the pre-order. Long story, not going to get into that, but so I had to just go ahead and just get it. And besides that, I at that time I bought the standard edition. I went ahead and got that deluxe edition, so I'm ready. So Fight Night will be lit. But I you know what I'm saying, I don't want to keep beating on a dead horse and we'll move on. But I look at this as like you just can't tell people about what kind of or assume that people make this type of money and they do this type of content. Because anybody would tell you it's easier to be a PlayStation content creator than it is to be an Xbox or Nintendo content creator. Period. Because that's where the algorithm mostly flows. Because people, they there's a lot of PlayStation gamers out there. But there's another thing too, is that there's a lot of people out there that do like to attack other people, and that to me, people love train wrecks. People love train wrecks. And and so some people look in and say, oh, well, you try to be big, you try to be up here when we know that you like, no, don't try to paint me into some kind of thing. Look, I'll talk the shit to you if I want to, but I want to do it in private. Don't sit there and record me when I'm having a private moment with another person and then you want to say, oh, this is who K Mega really is. No, because there's a lot of people who know who K Mega is out here. But I'd rather sit here and not try to be out here and act like something I'm not, but some people will try to entice you to be something or accuse you of being something out there. And that's, to me, we're talking about gaming. How did it get to this point? So it's way too much. We are all adults here. This ain't children. So it's really crazy. But let's go ahead and move on. Really great points, everybody. Let's talk about this Cyberpunk. This game is being played right here in the background right now. Look at that. Okay, so Cyberpunk 2077's patch came out this week.
Yes, God.
Yes, and man, I have to say, boy. See, I beat the game when it first came out, but I only played the game on the Series X. I got fortunate to get a Series X at just a couple of weeks before the game came out. And so my only gameplay experience with Cyberpunk is through the Series X. So it worked. It was buggy, but it still looked great. It looked really good. But now looking at this patch, bruh,
Lord, have mercy,
boy, throw him up.
Yeah.
Let me just say, okay, so because there's a question behind this. Let me go to here. You go to you first on this one, Jrock. Have you got a chance to? I don't. She's ready. No, I will let you go last because I know you ready. You ready?
Listen. Disclaimer: it's National Drink Wine Day, so I bought myself a glass of wine.
Good deal. So we're gonna get drunk, D. Okay, not drunk, Meg. We drunk. D. All right. You don't have control of the button, so you know what I'm saying? Because I know somebody. If somebody had control of the buttons, I would have wished to God that they took me off the air 2 weeks ago. But anyway, okay, so Jrock, do you think that this patch is warranted? Was it worth the wait, or do you think that it's like it's been there, done that? Nah, I'm kind of out of it. You know what I'm saying? You had your opportunity and you missed it. So where you at?
No. I feel it was worth the wait. I tell you, well, for me personally, I stopped playing, I think a little over midway. I stopped playing actually when I had to return Skippy because I didn't know if you I put him on headshot. I put him on headshot only, right? In the beginning. After you get a certain number of kills, this man wanted to go for the nuts only. So I was like, oh nah, come on, Skip.
Skip is a fool, boy.
Right, and then there was a mission where I had to return it. I was like, nah, come on, man, this is my favorite gun in the game. So I stopped playing. I was like, you know what? Let me stop right here and wait for the update.
He said, I gotta do it. I can't let go, Skip, man. So you let Skippy go?
Yeah, I had to let Skippy go, man.
Hell no.
I let Skip go.
Skippy had to stay.
I got that whole I got this new gun because I beat the competition, the shooting competition, the American gun.
Oh yeah.
It's an auto tracker too, so that gun is beast. So I was actually waiting for this. The biggest thing for me is the stability, the performance stability within it, the 60 and the solid 60, the solid 30. The ray tracing, I think was like it's shadows only, so I didn't really see a whole big improvement on the ray tracing. The resolution I saw, it got a bigger bump, and they also switched out some of the environments. It made it more vibrant. It's not as dulled out. So to me, the game looks fantastic. It looks almost like a brand new game now. It looks fantastic. My main issues, I guess they won't be able to fix is the city itself. It didn't feel alive for me. Like
even now?
No. My thing is I haven't tested it out. Like some of the things that took me out of it. Like for example,
I got you.
Like the first apartment you get, because I know now you have multiple apartments. But the first one, when you go downstairs, you hear the same people talking to the cops, and it's having the same conversation day after day after day. I was wondering. I was wondering if they switched that out. Also, listen, I'm a huge GTA fan, so when I went to the little district, right, I was like, damn, there's only like 2 hookers here.
There's still 2 hookers because I went and tested that out too. So yeah,
right. I was like, yo, in this whole city is only 2. There's only 2.
Hold on. What you mean? It's 4 hookers. What you talking about?
What?
No, man. There's like 2 women and 2 for men, right?
Yeah. So there's one.
Yeah. So it's only 2. It's only 2 for me.
Oh shit!
No, there's two
my girl
more.
V is my girl V. She out here. My bad.
Oh,
She out
she out
there.
there.
She out there.
She
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
My
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I made me a female V this time
Oh,
too.
she a
So yeah,
freak.
she out there. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Yo,
looking at her
I was
right. You
like,
looking at her
what
right
you?
there. That's my female V right there. That I just
yeah,
married.
her V
Yep.
is a
Like,
freak
hold
for
on,
real.
bro. Listen,
Yeah.
I got the money. Stop playing.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's my
Yeah, no,
female V
but
right there.
Now get you a
overall,
female
I
V.
think,
Sorry.
yeah, I think it was worth the wait, man. For me personally, it was worth the wait.
All right,
Ooh, my
excellent.
bad,
What about you, Power Man? What about you, man? Is this the game that you was interested in? And if you got a chance to play it, what did you see any differences if you played the game when it first launched compared to now?
All right, so my whole history with Cyberpunk was, the initial reveal, with Keanu Reeves and everything like that, and I was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. And I enjoyed The Witcher, whatever. I was hyped for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until I heard that there wasn't going to be a Series X enhancement for a while, right? So I was like, nah, this game looks too cool. I'm going to hold off. So I literally just started playing this game. Like, as they announced the patch, I downloaded it, 63 gigs or whatever. It was the first time I ever touched it. So I don't have that previous, interpretation of the game or that stain, if some people talk about where it was buggy or what have you. Me personally, my experience with it so far, and I'm actually like looking at your gameplay, I'm basically right around that same area in the game. You know what I mean? Because I was just watching you do that brain dance mission and all that. And I was like, man, I just did that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm skipping around. I'm letting people confused that they're seeing certain parts. I'm going backwards. I'm going frontwards. I did about maybe 30, 40 minutes of gameplay. But yeah, no, I'm not trying to let people see.
Spoilers, y'all.
I try to make sure that I won't try to spin those spoilers just a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, it looks. I mean, I'm really impressed with how this game is running at 60. I haven't tested any of the modes because for me, 60 FPS is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think it looks real good, man. I'm really surprised they were able to get a game this detailed onto a console. I know that the PC guys have been able to do it, but I mean, let's face it, 3090 is still only getting this thing with full ray tracing like 60, 70, 80 frames per second. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's a lot of power for a game to push. It shows you how intense this is and how impressive it's looking on the Series X. You know what I mean? I do think that eventually they're going to give the Series S some more love. That it says they're quote unquote looking into it. That tells me that they probably thought they could do it before, but just didn't have enough time. You know what I'm saying? So my guess is they'll probably find a way to unlock the frame rate and you'll get some kind of, variable, refresh rate thing, which is great because the Xbox supports that. So, that's one more thing that the Xbox version is going to have. That's going to be nice, if they do that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, man. And honestly, I'm really in depth on the story too. I'm really surprised that how in depth in the RPG mechanics and like every gun I'm picking up, I'm like, oh, this is cool. You know what I mean? Like, I was really excited about it, man. I'm really hyped to get to play it. I don't know how long is the game. Does anybody know? Like, how long does it take to beat?
I can't tell you that.
Well, I beat it. I went through it. I beat it the first time, and then I went back at the halfway mark and did some other things to get a second ending. But yeah, no, it took me. I did everything though, damn near. Except for some of those police things. That's the only things I need to do. I think I did 16 of them. But other than that, it took me
40 hours.
230 hours, something like that.
Oh my.
Yeah,
I'm at 150.
But somebody, if you just go and just do certain things, you like some of the side missions, things like that, you get it done in like 50, 60 hours so you get your money's worth.
Okay.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
It also has multiple endings and branches off everywhere.
Yeah, like I'm already interested in doing at least one character per origin story. You know what I'm saying? Like where you gotta pick. You know what I mean? Because I'm curious to see how each one plays out. Like I picked the Street Kid to start.
Street Kid gang.
Yeah,
that's what I started off as Corpo.
Okay,
playthrough.
I was close. I almost wanted that one for sure.
This version right here, the gameplay that you're seeing here is from the Street Kid. So yeah, get to the roots. Yeah, so.
The Roots.
Yeah.
Hey,
I love
hey,
the Street
Oh.
Kid first.
It makes me wonder, man. Do you guys think that CD Projekt Red was pressure pretty hard to put that on last gen, or do you think that
yes.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
they should have?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, because I think that, like, man, if this game if they had just waited, and instead of getting a patch like this had been launch day, this game would have been crazy, bro. Like, this game would have like easy been a GOTY contender. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and that was the thing too, because remember, people who were playing it that wasn't having as many problems were saying that it should be a contender for Game of the Year, but of course it was in December when this game dropped. But if this version of the game came out when Ghost of Tsushima and the Naughty Dog game, Last of Us 2 came out, it would have been a very, very tight race. Very tight race.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion. So yeah, but good points. Yeah, no, I mean, So
we also got to remember, CD Projekt Red has like what, roughly 800 employees, and those 800 they had to work on the base Xbox, the base PlayStation 4, PC, the PlayStation 4 Pro, the Xbox One X,
right,
the PlayStation 5, Xbox One X, and the Xbox One S. No, One X. Yeah. The Series X, Series X, and the Series S. There's a bunch of consoles and platforms different architectures that they had to deal with. And there's only 800 employees there.
And then you also got to think about this too, is that, which is pretty, it's pretty amazing to think, because you named all the Xbox consoles that had to have games be made for, and from what I'm hearing is that they were the best versions to play on, even though that they were broken on last gen. It was pretty much unplayable on PlayStation 4 and on the PlayStation. I think the PlayStation Pro.
That's why they took it off the market.
I don't know how it played on PlayStation Pro, but I know that the PlayStation 4 Slim and and just the regular PlayStation, it just was unplayable. So I don't know. It's pretty.
Yeah, they had to remove it. They had to remove it from the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. So all right, D, what's your thoughts, man? I mean, is this your first playthrough or is this your second playthrough?
So I am still on my first save. I have not done a second playthrough yet. And the reason why I haven't done it yet was because I wanted to complete everything in my first playthrough, which I have. So I've done all the side stuff. I've done all of the police, all of those things. I've done every side mission in the game. And I still haven't done, I've only done one ending. So I beat the game, I think, at like 45 hours. And I got the ending. I didn't know, or I wasn't aware that there were multiple endings. So I was talking to my homies like, yeah, that shit was crazy, right? And they're like, what are you talking about? I had it. And I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, what about the cop? What about Pan? I hadn't even met Pan Am in my first playthrough. And I was like, who the hell is that? And they were like, the chick in the desert? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I beat the game already. So there are a lot of branches that were closed to me. I don't think I was even talking to Judy at that point. Like, I just went straight for the game. Like, I didn't do side stuff. So we're comparing notes, and they're just like, you didn't do this side quest? You didn't do this? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I mean, I'll do it. So I did it. I did Skippy. I did Nibbles. I did Stefan. I did everybody. So now at this point, I don't have anything else to do in the game except meet Hanako, which won't go away, and buy all these cars. So I'm definitely going to go through and play it. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream it yet. But out of everybody in the panel, and I want to say GRG period, I think I'm the only person that played it last gen. And Cyberpunk was the straw that broke the camel's back with games as a whole. because I bought Watch Dogs Legion on Xbox One S.
You be capping about that, and you make me scared to play that game because I went
I'm
ahead
not
and bought
capping.
the complete edition.
I am not capping for that game. I had screen tearing. I had crash. I had so many issues with it. And my homeboy was just like, since the new systems are coming out, they're going to stop updating the game. And I was like, okay, fine. So that was like the last week of November, and I pre-ordered Cyberpunk. So that was the last week of November, and then Cyberpunk came out. I was like, this some bull. I can't. Why is everything broken? And then people were just like, oh, I have my Series X, and it's fine. I'm like, good for you, because it sucks for me. And I can't. It was bad. And I remember I was talking to somebody, and I was just like, that realization of disappointment, where I was just, the streets were muddy. Those videos that you guys see where you would be on the street and faces wouldn't be rendered.
Right.
That's exactly what I had. The only thing that I didn't have was my vehicles didn't get launched into the sky. I didn't have those issues. But I had everything else. The streets were muddy. Cars just didn't drive properly. The mission that they showed remember that time? I think it was 2018. They showed a demo, basically. It was like 45 minutes long. And you go to the factory and there's that big boss fight.
Yeah.
My gun wouldn't shoot.
Oh, you know what? You're the second person that said it. I think Fred said that last night.
The gun wouldn't shoot.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out because I think I only had 2 controllers at that point.
No, Bot said it, not Fred. Xbot said it. Yeah, said, yep, the same part.
I had 2 controllers. I had a Lunar White and I had something else. And the Lunar White had been giving me trouble because I bought it secondhand. So when that part of the mission came, I was like, oh no, my Lunar White. So I switched controllers and I was like, hold on now. My other controller works fine. And I started switching to other games and all that. And this is before I had Quick Resume. So I had to close that game out, go to something else, boot it up. And I was like, no, the controller works fine. And the whole mission, I'm just bobbing and weaving because I can't shoot. I don't know how I passed it. So I put it down. I only played it for 72 hours and I put it down. And I was just like, this is some bullshit. And I got my Series X on the 19th. Matter of fact, I bought it the 15th. So I only had Cyberpunk for maybe 4.5 days. I did some bullshit. And I bought my Series X, and by the 19th, I had it. So, it's one of those games where it was really hard. Even people now are just like, well, should I get it? The patches come out. I don't have a PS5. Should I get it on PS4? And I was just like, as much as I love this game, and as much as I love sharing it with other people and, getting excited when they see new things in their city, I was like, I can't recommend it if you are still on last gen. Take it from me. If you did not play it on last gen, it should not have released on last gen. I know, I'm pretty sure the suits were like, y'all gonna release this shit whether you like it or not. But, in this age of technology and stuff, we forget things quickly. And I just mean as a whole. Like, things happen so quickly in such great succession, you forget. I don't think it was just the suits. I think the suits were like, we want it to be released because it's money. But you gotta remember, Cyberpunk got delayed after going gold. I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. It got delayed so many times, and the numbnuts started doing death threats to the devs. So I think it got to the point where it's just like, yes, we want to release this, but our people are getting doxxed. They're getting threatened. Like,
great point.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like that was the final part where it's just like, release this game. And then they were getting threats. I'm like, oh yeah, for your safety, go ahead and release it. So, I want to say in total, like in the last 3 to 4 years, I want to say it was 4 times it got delayed. Because I want to say it was supposed to come out April 2020. That's when Keanu Reeves said it. Then it was supposed to come out November. And then it was December. Maybe it was 3 or 4 times. But, it got delayed, how people do. They threatened them. So I understand why they're like, you know what? Here, take it. Shit. Y'all keep asking for it. And unfortunately, it wasn't ready. But this update, I would say I'm about 85% satisfied. It's a reason to jump back into it. It's definitely a reason for me to go back and play it all the way through again in the beginning, get some great pictures. I don't know if y'all click on the hashtag, we will post pictures, but the pictures that people are getting it, like I posted some and I was like, y'all, there is no filter on this. Like I didn't alter this at all. This is literally what it looks like, playing the game.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's I mean, I'm gonna say it right now. I was that person. People are like, I'm gonna wait for the update. I'm waiting for the update. And I'm like, girl, you waiting for the pot of gold, end of the rainbow. Who knows when it's coming? Just get it now. At least get your feet wet. But for y'all that waited, I hats off, because like y'all said, if this is the first experience with this game and you don't have any, sour taste from previous, this is like a really great experience. The side quests are ridiculous. I strongly recommend, if you don't mind, like, not slight spoilers, but at least knowing what you're doing. If there are some decisions, feel free to pause, breathe, and look it up, because there are some decisions I made. I'm like, oh, no, reload. Reload. I almost messed up with Judy. I almost messed up with River. I was like, oh, I can't have that.
You like River, huh? Okay, all right. Oh man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Don't have no kids in the room. Don't have your parents in the room. Okay. Don't have nobody in the room.
Okay, so check this out.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely not.
What was the name of that? What was the name of the corporal? The woman?
Yeah. Okay.
Stout. Meredith.
Yeah.
Meredith Stout or something like that.
So
yeah.
I missed that too.
I had to reload that. I was like, nah.
See,
that's why I went back. I said, I'll start from the beginning.
You don't get that work.
Because you know what? Don sit there and said, hey, did you link up with Meredith? I said the Milstrom chick? And he said, yeah. He said, oh man. I said, bro. And like what D said, she's absolutely right. I completely, you know what I'm saying, completely.
And it's little things that affect the game. Like you just gotta. I don't want to ruin it for, but you gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta do a certain something with an individual, and
listen.
Then it affects the ending of the sequence, and then it's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I don't know if y'all still do guides. I bought, and I'm somewhat salty, but it is what it is. I bought the hardcover guides, collected edition for this game. That shit is like 500 pages. I kid you not. Of course, go to the internet because it's free. But at this point, because the game tanked, I hate to say it, like sales-wide and perception and reputation, the collected edition of that book is like $11 at GameStop. If you are curious enough to have all the information you can have, I strongly recommend it, even if you get the soft cover one, because there's just so much. Like y'all heard us talking about, we're talking about that Militech chick, Skippy, Mr. Y'all don't understand how many people I've talked to on Twitter from all consoles where I'm like, let me ask y'all, have y'all found Nibbles? And nobody knows what I'm talking about. And I'm like, how do y'all not know? Like, there's so many things that, I might find that you may not. And vice versa.
Okay, you gotta give me a little bit more, because that I know I did it, but give me just a little hint, so without spoiling about Nibbles.
Nibbles?
Yeah.
Nibbles is a kitty. It's a kitty.
Where with the cop story?
No.
Oh no.
No.
I don't know.
No. See? You see?
I don't know. I would have swore.
Listen.
Because it said I got
Nibble.
60 pictures.
Okay. I love me. I'm not even a cat person, but I love me some Nibbles. But just cute stuff. So I say I'm 85% satisfied because the graphics, the desire to dive back in, try the different paths, the fact that you can customize your character, because that pissed me off. I want to change my hair. It looks like they may have been taking a look at Reddit, at Twitter, and like, what do y'all mofos want besides obviously story DLC? It's still stable. You're gonna have bugs in it. I'm gonna just put it out right now. But it's not, from my experience. I can't say what your experience is gonna be, but it's not game breaking. You're not getting launched in the sky. You know, NPC
Hard
might trip on.
crashes.
Yeah, you might trip. You might have an NPC trip on a curb. You know, the leg glitches really quick and they keep walking. But it's not game breaking. It's not breaking your immersion. So it's really cool. But like somebody else said, I'm only 85%. The other 15% is I wish there were more interiors. There are so many doors that you walk up to and it says open and then it says locked. And it's just like, why even have the word open if I can't? You know what I'm saying? So I wish there were more
That
interiors.
I
So
think that's for when they do bring in expansions, because there's no doubt that they wouldn't have done all this if they weren't going to bring expansions here later on.
I hope they do,
Yeah.
but again, they also said I also have my eye out because when I watched the stream, they're like, "Yeah, we have secrets. We're not gonna tell you." And I was like, "All right, this is a big ass game, so I guess I'll find these Easter eggs that I'm planted here next year." But that's cool that I might find some stuff. I do like that you are like when you not to give away spoilers, but they have a little bit more interaction with your romantic partners, but you can't like maybe it's the GTA person in me, but you can't like date them. Like the dialogue for them didn't change. So when I went to River, it was the same conversation we've been having for the last however long. And Judy too. And I was just like, I wish I put a little bit more into the romantic people. They're still there. You're making baby steps, and that's cool. But you know, having the apartments, having the different locations, fixing the economy, it shows that they really are trying to do, you know, quality of life features or fixtures rather, fixes, whatever the word is. And I just hope that they are committed to kind of continuing this because the game has been on sale for like $10, $15. And I've had friends like, should I get it? Should I get it? I'm like, if you have a next gen system, especially a Series X, because that is my personal experience, if you can find it for 10, 15, I think that's well, you know, within what you're getting. Because I really haven't had any of my friends be like, yeah, I tried it, but I don't like, you know what I'm saying? There's something for everybody, whether it's the gameplay or the gunplay, the story. The story is really good, which kind of hurt my heart when the game wasn't well received. Because you can tell people, oh, it's a great story, it's a great story. It's like, right, but it keeps crashing. So
Right, so people
I
couldn't get it.
can't play it.
Oh
So
shit! I'm looking at it now. I did not know that. No, I didn't know anything about it. And I've been had that shit. And I sold it, and then I'm like, but there's a reason for that being there. And then so I bought it
Well,
again. So I need to look and check and see for to feed the cat. Okay, I got you. I got you.
Nibbles.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
Nibbles.
I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about it. Okay.
Nibble. That means you never saw my. You didn't see my tweet where I was playing Cyberpunk, and I was just
No,
like,
I don't
on
see a
this.
lot of people's tweets for some reason. Just very
It was a while. It was a
selective.
while back. It was a while back, and I was just like, on this episode, on Where's Mr. Nibbles, and you walk in the apartment,
Where's
and
No, I did
he's
not see it.
Mr. Nibbles he's meowing, and I'm like, I go to the bed, I go to the stash room. I'm like, where the hell is this cat? He's in the litter box by the toilet, and he's licking his little paw. And I was like, Mr. Nibbles, I like Mr. Nibbles. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god. Okay,
I was
Mr.
like, cats, he's so
Nibbles.
cute. Yeah,
Mr.
listen,
Nibbles.
Mr. Nibbles. But yeah, I think if this is, I'm gonna say it like this. Wrap it up. Benediction. If this is your first experience as 1.5, I'm slightly jealous of you because you have a very fresh experience and it can only go up from here. But kudos to y'all for being patient because I'm not patient. So
Yeah, no,
good
I
job.
mean I'm
I'm
not
proud of
either.
y'all.
But and as long as the game was working, it was I'm saying it had its glitches, but it still worked. But yeah, no, I just man, I can't say enough about
Honestly.
how good. That's why I'm a huge CD Projekt Red fan. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, people talk about a lot of these studios. Man, if Xbox copped them and let's say, you know, got a
All right.
got a monolith,
Here we go.
you know, something
Like,
like that. I'm
You,
good.
I'm crazy maybe for saying this, but because I waited. I'm so glad I waited on Cyberpunk.
Mhm.
I'm waiting to. It's just crazy. I'm waiting to finish The Witcher 3 when they get the Series X enhancements too. Man, I've been holding out. I was playing that game for a while.
Go through it again.
And I stopped, and I don't want to go through. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna save it, and when they drop it, I'm gonna go through it hard, like from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? DLC and everything. You know what I mean? So Yeah, I was glad. Plus, I got Cyberpunk. It was right before the announcement. It was like 50% off. So
See?
I was able to get that for half off. You know what I mean? So good deal. You know what I mean? Definitely worth $30.
It's definitely. I mean, it was $10 at one point. That's why I was
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, it was
Yeah, that's
it was
crazy.
$10 at one
It
point.
was.
So yeah,
Mhm.
I had no problem of buying that
I
game full price. It's that good. It's that good. I hope people will give it a shot, experience it. What was you gonna
Me
say?
too.
What was you gonna say, Power Man?
I was gonna be very interested to see if it you know, if this patch had enough hype behind it for it to, you know, maybe chart or anything. Do you guys think that it'll sell enough copies, or people bought them already and they're just kind of sitting on it waiting, kind
Made
of
its
thing?
money right off the day one. It's because it was at like
It did.
17 plus million day one or around that first week. So they made their money. Yeah, they had to take the hit, but they made their money. So I at this point, like, it's kind of over bloated, because like this is the thing to me where people like they do this with the PlayStation games, right? And I mean it's with all games, but like when they say 20 million Horizon Forbidden West games sold, well, them bitches was like, on sale for $8.99. So of course, you know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, God of War, after 6 months, like during Black Friday, that shit was $10.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, you can't. So I
And,
get it.
not only that, they also count the copies that were bundled.
Right. So I mean, it is what it is. So no, they made their money. So there's no doubt about it. So like, if you get a game for $10, and if they say that they sold 30 million, then yeah, but it is what it is. I guess it's all about that first 90 days and where they're at, because that's when they get full pay. You know what I'm saying? From right off the bat, from people paying $60 or $70 for, or if they bought the deluxe editions and things like that. So all right, but I do got to ask one more question before we move on, and that is, and any of you, well, I'll just start off with you, Power Man. Performance, or because I already think you said it already, but I'm going to ask performance or the ray tracing mode. Which mode was for you?
Performance all day. They need to keep that ray tracing mode until I get 60 FPS on it. You know what I'm saying? Like until for me, man, we have been doing generation after generation. I know 60 FPS. It used to be a standard. But somewhere along the line, 30 FPS started to become acceptable. Somewhere along the line, you know what I mean. Late 360, late PS3 generation, they started trying to up the graphics, and then 30 FPS started becoming a thing, especially for like story-driven games. Man, listen, now that I've gotten a taste of 60 FPS and Series X enhancements, personally, I don't want nothing to do with 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels too smooth. I do the same thing with Forza Horizon 5. I play it in performance mode. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like that's where I'm at all day.
Okay. All right. What about you, Jrock? Which mode?
Same performance.
Okay.
All day.
D, what about you?
Same. I made the mistake of testing out the settings and such. And I guess I bumped the stick, and it was in ray tracing, and my heart sank when I saw it. I was like, "What is this? What did they do?" And I said, "This got to be a mistake." And then I turned it back to performance. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, it's ray tracing mode all day for me.
Really?
Man, that shit is popping. But see, like, this is the thing, because everybody's TVs are not equal too, right? So
that's true. That's true.
So for me, and I need to upgrade my television, but I got a Q90R Samsung. So
okay, all right.
Yeah,
I see you out here playing. All right.
Anyway, but that HDR is still, like, I was trying to explain that to Xbot, you know what I'm saying? Like, and when I try to explain to other people, like, I'm like, I usually go dynamic mode on most of the games I play. On Forza Horizon, I go dynamic. On shooters and racers and fighters, yes, 60 frames and more is definitely where you're supposed to be. But Horizon, Forza Horizon 5 is so damn pretty. I can't. That's the thing. Like, I mean, that game looks so damn good, man. And I went to performance. I looked, and I'm like, oh man, this shit feels crispy the way he's moving and shit like that. But man, when I'm out there on that city and I see that wet pavement and I see the tire track marks and the lighting and the smoke and definition, I'm looking up at the sky and shit and lights is color, and then I'm looking, and especially when you in those scenes when you getting down. Man, that shit is in 4K definition. HDR, boy, I gotta get it. I gotta do it. I can't. So I'm one of those people that I'm indifferent. I'm not a performance extremist as I say, but I get it, and I'm not saying. But I do think every game should have that option. I don't like games that just say definitely. We're gonna lock it at that. But anyway, let's get on. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about EA. And you know what? I'm one of these people that usually defends EA a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do it because, you on the show, I've sit there and I've defended EA. You know what I'm saying? Like, give them a chance. EA, they going through a slump, but you know what? It's all good. Battlefield is going to be right, and everything is going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going to be good. Well, if anybody paid attention to my tweets, I sit there and I was like, look, I'm going to ask for a refund. And sure enough, I did. I hit Xbox, asked for a refund. I did. I asked for a refund, and Xbox was like, "Nah, bro. Maybe if you paid the $60, we may have got you, but nah, bro. You paid that $110, man. And you had it way past the time. You know, what I'm saying, the 14 days, because they extended it for me. They extended it for me to let them evaluate, but I think at the end of the day, it was the 110, and so because the lady I talked to, she said, look, there's a lot of people asking for the game, and I'm usually more lenient on the side, like, I can wait. I got
man trying to return a half-eaten sandwich. They were like, nah.
Nah, bro. You
man,
enjoyed half, my guy.
Yeah. This meat's cold. It's chewed up. I see teeth marks. What are you doing? So anyway, so Battlefield 2042 it plays a lot better than where it was when I first played it at launch. I put about 25 plus hours into it. Then I said, look, I just got to put this down until season 1 comes. Then when I seen that they said that they're not going to give the season 1 until the summer, that's when I lost it. That just went boom. There was something that went in my head. Hold on, where's my little sound effect? Where's my sound effects? Because I said, you said what? You said the summer. What the heck? What'd you say? You said what? You said the summer. You can't do that to me. So I was like, no, hell no. So, and I'm stuck with it. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. But now what's really crazy is that they went around and they went left and tried to blame Halo Infinite for the reason that the game is not selling well. So, Jrock, brother, what? Man, talk to me. People in the chat, please give me an explanation. I've never seen this before. I understand that these companies talk, within their businesses, and probably give explanations to their other people that works for them, but not go public and say some shit like that. Why? Why would they even do this?
I mean, it just goes to show that price isn't a direct indicator of quality, right?
Say it again, please.
Price isn't a direct indicator of quality.
Thank you. Awesome.
A lot of people need to hear that.
Right?
You damn right.
Because they were swearing up and down this stuff.
You was on point with that one. I got to get it to you.
They were swearing up and down that we wouldn't encounter this stuff with these $70 games, right?
Yep.
Now, how is it that Battlefield 4, right? You could get it cheaper now, and it's a more complete game than what they're giving us now for $70.
Oh man, don't have church in here. Don't have church in here. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Please.
Don't do that.
All right. How is it that a free-to-play game is more polished and complete than the $70 title? And EA should know better, because this is not the first time this happened to them. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to, let's take it way back. And there's a reason why they had to acquire the license for the NFL. Why? Because to this day, they haven't created a Madden that can match NFL 2K5.
And
when they gave
went
us
back.
that Madden that year at full price, it had less than half of what NFL 2K5 gave us for $19.99.
What? I thought that was the last. I thought that was the last best Madden of all time. Was the one with Peyton
Right.
Manning on the cover, right?
That was the best Madden, and it still couldn't compete with 2K5, bro.
Shit, I can't even.
At $19.99.
I can't even. Yeah, I can't even do. Yeah, because damn it, damn.
That 2K5, that 2K5 went down.
That game was.
That 2K5
2K5
went down
was
as the greatest sports game ever.
Woo boy, that 2K5 was
Everything from your crib to your trophy room.
Yeah.
My man, you could put your own music into your crib.
Yeah, no, you're right. I played. I know life.
That don't even compute. What are you doing?
The halftime, bro. The halftime show.
Yes.
If you had a hard drive, they had the highlights.
Yes, in your music,
from all the games.
Yes,
and the music.
Yes.
That don't even compute. Why can't they? Why can't you copy that and just do it today?
ESPN. Yeah, man, bro. Then you also had a whatchamacallit mode too, where you could do a first person
mode.
Yep.
I'm telling you,
that would be awesome.
This is not the first time they went through this. This is why I always laugh when people like, you must be new to gaming when you tell me, oh, we're not gonna encounter bugs or we're gonna get our bang for the buck. No, they're just doing that to get more money out of it. Because I heard the same arguments when games were $49.99 and it went to $59.99, right? And we saw what that happened. We saw what happened with that, right? We didn't get this astronomical leap that justified the price increase. No, they just put the extra money in their pockets. Like I tell you right now, there's no difference. Let's say Horizon Zero Dawn that I'm playing right now. There's no fundamental difference to the game from the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5 version. The only thing they're giving you is what you would have had anyway with the second, with a sequel. That we always get improvements in graphics. It's gonna look better, and we have some more weapons and equipment. We get that every time with a sequel. That's why you charging me more. There's no fundamental difference to the game. They could say, "Oh, we could only do this on the PlayStation 5. He wasn't able to do it on the PlayStation 4." That's a lie.
Yeah, I mean, Jrock is right, man. Listen,
no,
this is a key point.
They'll justify it.
Yeah,
they can't justify it. All they're doing is they're taking more money. That's all. They're not giving us more. They're just taking more.
And then you got to ask, why are they doing that? Why? Because there's no competition. See, this is what we're talking about with competition. If there's no competition in the gaming industry, they will get slack. These big major publishers are just used to just collecting that Madden check every year, pumping out the same clone of the same thing, and basically making you paying for roster updates. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the fact that they don't have a 2K to rival with, the fact that like NBA 2K doesn't have something to compete with on the same level, goes to show you how dangerous it can be whenever one thing has no competition, and that goes with anything. You know what I'm saying? Not even just gaming. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we gotta have 2K still that competition. They just ran the competition off. They did it the right way. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They ran them away.
They can't tell us is the DualSense features, right? That they're charging us more for the DualSense feature. They shouldn't be charging me more for the DualSense feature. When I purchased it, I paid for that already.
Thank you.
I paid $500 for the DualSense feature.
Right.
I didn't pay $500 plus a subscription base for DualSense.
Right. Think about this.
Because you're treating it like it's a subscription. Like,
I was just gonna say that you're doing even with Dolby Atmos, you only pay a one-time fee, and then you got right. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Get going,
bro. Like that's like right now. I'll go out and buy a Xbox Elite controller, right?
Oh yeah.
I pay for that, and I come, and Xbox is gonna say, "Well, we detected an Xbox Elite controller. If you want to enjoy the benefits of your Elite controller, pay us $4.99." What?
Yeah.
I gotta pay you $4.99 to enjoy the benefits of Elite controller on Halo? That wouldn't make sense.
None.
Why are you charging me extra for DualSense features?
Exactly. That'd be like them trying to charge PC guys for extra features on the graphics card they already own. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like saying, let's pay me $4.99 to access ray tracing. Get out of here. They would never allow that.
You buy a car, but you got to pay $500 to use the horn that you already purchased.
It's silly, man.
Matter of fact, now that I mentioned cars, Toyota went through that too. Toyota got sued because they were charging people to activate some software that was already included with the purchase of their vehicles. So yeah, these people, man. Listen, that's why I'm always for. Oh, you gotta support the dev. The devs already get paid, man. This is about the publishers getting more money. Trust me, when the extra $10 ain't going into the developers, it's going to the publishers' pockets.
Oh yeah, that's Sony, right? And people crap for that, saying that's quality, and you're just getting robbed. Like, I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. But yeah, that's fantastic points. Man, okay. What about you, D? What's the situation going on, man, with EA and why they acting like this, man? Like, why would they blame Halo Infinite for the situation that's going on with them because their game came out not so stellar?
Major lack of accountability. And I just want to kind of point out, right? What's that thing called? Fall, right? What other game came out alongside Halo and Battlefield?
Forza Horizon 5, Call of Duty.
There it is.
Okay. Yeah.
Why are they not blaming Call of Duty? Because Call of Duty also has flack.
Yeah.
You can't blame the other game that has flack. Why are you blaming the other game that, I mean, granted, I'm not saying 343 or Angels and coming to mind, no game has released, there was just nothing wrong with it, period. That's just the way of the beast nowadays.
Well, that Halo Infinite launched, I mean, even in the beta launch was crispier than damn near anything shooting-wise that came out. Yeah.
Everybody and their mama was talking about it.
Yeah.
It had a lot of buzz. It still needs the polish. It still needs the support.
It needs more meat on the bone, yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, from what I've seen and heard and played, I've played a little bit. You'd be proud of me.
There you go, girl. That's what I'm talking about. You should have hit me up, though.
It works. You can do what you need to do, and there is no entry fee, right? So it's an easy target. It didn't perform well because everybody playing the free shit. Because what's that term, Mega, that be tickling me? The welfare game.
Oh yeah. We welfare gamers. Oh yeah,
oh my god. It's y'all. Gaming. Y'all not paying. Y'all are just enjoying a free product. God forbid. Poor asses.
Let's talk about our poor asses out there. Game Pass lady, get out there and start dancing for them. Get them. Let them know.
Like, that's just. And I want to say, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say, is it true that this feels wrong? Is Xbox Live not required to play it, or it is required to play it? Because it's a free-to-play game.
No, it's not required to play.
Yeah, it's not required. They changed that up. Last year.
That's what I thought. So you literally, all you have to do is own an Xbox, a PC, or a tablet. Because I want to say it has cloud. I could be wrong. So there's no price of admission except your internet service provider. But besides that, you literally can just boot your shit up and play. That's not the case with many games. And that's okay if that's just how it is. But to sit there and be like, yeah, it's Halo, or as some people have pointed out, the pandemic, Halo was already out. It's low-hanging fruit. I'm not sure why they would come out their mouth to say that. I personally, in gaming news and in life, I respect people and have a little more leeway with people when they own their shit. When they're like, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. That was messed up. How can I improve? all of that, I will be like, you know what? Good for you. Because you recognize the issue, you take responsibility, and let's move forward. But to sit here and be like, nah, it's because of this and it's because of that,
Right.
that's the part that I don't understand. The petition is now at 230,000 signatures. I don't think it's going to get to a lawsuit. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but that's a lot. For
people talking bad about Crossfire X, but you can see this gameplay of Crossfire X. This shit's working.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That story mode is hot. I'm not even going. I can't hold you with it. I ain't gonna front. Multiplayer needs a lot of work, but this single player is nice. It's fun.
Oh,
good old Call of Duty style.
I played it early, so the campaign wasn't on yet.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of those things where it's just like, for some reason people are just like, oh, you don't have to pay for it. That's why it's shit. And it's just like, let me play devil's advocate. If a game is shit, I don't care what platform it is. I don't know about you, but I'd rather a game be shit and I didn't pay for it than a game be shit and I paid for it. That's just me. So even if you sit there and shit on a game, oh, it's trash. It was, what do you expect? It's free. It was trash. Okay, all I'm out is some time. You know what I mean? Even if that's the case. So I'm not sure. I said this a couple weeks or months. I can't keep shit straight. But a while back, I was like, maybe multiplayer is not EA's thing. Apparently, they can do single player with Jedi Fallen Order, but...
No, I won't go that far. I can't co-sign that. They can break it. They just got to get their shit together with how they approach things.
Here's my problem. If you can get your shit together in making a game, that should be universal. You would think, as greedy as this industry is, wouldn't you want the game that you could monetize to hell and back to work so you can monetize it? I could understand if they did single player half-assed. It's just like, bitch, we ain't getting no money from this shit. You only pay $60. You got it on sale. I don't care. You would think a game that they're charging 100 triple digits. Game they're charging triple digits. We got to make this shit polished. This our bread and butter. We're going to get they 110. Then we're going to do season passes. We're going to have a storefront. You would think they would do everything in their power to make that shit shine.
You would.
But no.
They cut the campaign.
Listen,
you think they were like, listen, we got to take care of our gamers, right?
Right. I don't understand.
Since we're always asking the gamers to think about us, we got to think about the gamers.
Yeah. They seem to be behind.
It always seems to be a one-way street with this industry. Think about them, but when it comes to us, they don't think about us.
But the money
that's why I like CD. Well, see that's true, but no, that's why I like CD Projekt Red, because they like, look, man, we got to make this right, regardless.
Right. We're gonna actually give them free updates,
and we're gonna give them free updates, and we're gonna give you free expansions. Like,
right.
That's why I like that, because that just shows, like, look, you believe in. You not only believe, because they got paid. Like, I mean, these dudes that drive Maseratis, and don't get it twisted. Like, these dudes are sitting here living in a 1-bedroom flat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, you know what I'm saying? In some wasteland somewhere. They living good. They eating real good. So they know what's going on. So you got to give them credit for them to even go around and take the time to do that, to try to make it right, because they didn't have to.
Now, I want to expand upon that.
Yes, ma'am.
You just said they're giving free updates.
Yes.
Now, you might hear that and be like, I mean, they should, because the game was fucked up. And I'm with you 1,000%. But the reason, again, the language, the reason why you had to specify, because another company be like, yay, 1.5, give me $10. They easily could have done that and been like, yeah, we put up this work in, give us $10. Is it right? No. But the fact of the matter is, they could have done it. And people conflate what people should do and what they can do. They can do that. Should they? I don't think so. Would they? I don't think so. But they could. This is an industry where what was that game? Was it Metal Gear Survive? Where the mofos were charging $10 for an extra save slot. Like, people
Right.
do whatever they want. So they easily could have been like, yeah, we put this work in. Y'all last gen mofos not gonna get it. Sorry.
Mhm.
And it's $10. So I feel like this is showing goodwill, good faith. They recognize they fucked up. The dude came front and was like, yeah, I told him to push it out. My bad.
Right. They
And
sell you games with DLC already in it, locked away, just so they can unlock it on a specific date. And they could have just included,
you know,
day one.
and don't forget, CD Projekt Red sold like 14 million copies. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, they owed a lot of those last gen people something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because with all those crashes and stuff they were having to deal with, the stuff that I was hearing about the game,
y'all,
you know what I'm saying? Like it must have been rough. You know what I mean? That's why I said earlier, like I couldn't imagine how it would be if they just like delayed it and took the heat for it on the delay, but then dropped a polished product that they have right now. Like it's age old saying, right? Like a delayed game is never as bad as one that drops broken, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that's always going to be a better option in my opinion. That's why at the end of the day it hurt whenever Halo Infinite got delayed, but I was okay with that because at the end of the day I knew I was like, at the end of the day, bro, I knew it hurt a lot of people. I mean, Master Chief was on my box whenever I picked up my Series X and I couldn't play Halo, but guess what? At the end of the day, I got Halo Infinite and it was a solid game, solid campaign.
Yes.
And it ran polished, and look what happened. It's running better than Vanguard's running. It's running better than Battlefield. You know, and these guys are even using it as an excuse as to why it was one of their failures. It's definitely a cop out, and it definitely shows that they're not willing to just take the responsibility of, hey, we just didn't put out a polished product, and now we've got to look for somebody to blame other than ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, this is on DICE. You know what I mean? Battlefield failed because of DICE and because of the development team and that terrible engine, Frostbite, that they just need to kick out the door.
Wow. Okay. So let's talk about.
Hold on. No, just real quick. I'm sorry. I don't know nothing about engines. But I'm gonna say it like this: like what my man here just said. He said they pushed it out and it wasn't polished.
Right.
I want y'all to realize Halo got delayed when they showed gameplay, not when people played it. Right. They showed gameplay and got dragged with memes to hell and back. And they're like, you know, we're going to delay this. Then after a year-ish, I don't know, something like that, they were like, all right, y'all, stress test, let us know if you like it, please. Can you tell us? And we were like, okay, this is cool. People were talking about it. People were posting their invitations that they got it because they were so excited. And at that point, it was like, all right, this game is looking like it's, you know, the wait was worth it. Meanwhile, Battlefield, the demo situation came out, and vocals were like, I'm gonna need y'all to delay this. And they're like, nah. Yep. Nah, it's good. So they told y'all, here's my thing. Is the beta not supposed to be a preview of what's to come? Why would you not listen to the people who will be paying for it? They told them, like, yo, y'all might want to delay this real quick, fam. Oh, nah, y'all playing the old build. It'll be all right. And what happened? It's the same damn build. And now you're going to blame somebody else. Come on, bro. Like,
that has a lot to do with the management.
It's messed up.
Right.
It's messed up. But go ahead. Sorry, Frostbite. Drag them. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, well, I just wanted to say, I wanted to kind of do a little pushback on the Frostbite, because when it's done right, it gives you some of the best shooters that we've ever seen. And so the problem is that those devs didn't like the direction, so it did come down to management, because the original devs who worked on the previous Battlefields, they just weren't on board of what EA was doing. They were tired of it, so they left. And so what they did is that they left. They had to scramble, and they brought the new booties in. And these guys are talented, but they new booty, and so they're trying to put things together. You know what I'm saying, with duct tape, like we got it like this, we got it like this, and then certain ideas. And this is the one thing. And this is what I think that hurt Halo, but at least Halo can recover for it because of what you said. D Game Pass is free to play. That's what's going to give Halo multiplayer a pass, because people didn't have to pay $110 and so forth. So the thing is that they, these publishers and things, they want to try to find every way to get extra money out of us. And so they was like, well, go ahead and pinch him here, and pinch him there, and pinch him here, and not think about what made Battlefield great. And it almost had a Andromeda feel to it when Andromeda first launched, because Andromeda now is good, but Andromeda when it first launched, because of what happened, the BioWare people that were working on Anthem and other stuff, and other people left.
Look at these games you mentioned. Anthem.
Hey man, come on, watch your tone now. I love my Anthem.
Who's publishing these games, man?
Oh, that's EA though. You're right. I can't.
EA, right?
I got to push.
So
I'm gonna say, don't talk bad about my Anthem though. Now. I love my Anthem. God damn it!
We acting like Battlefield's the first one, man.
Yeah, no, you're right.
They have a history, man. They have a history of doing this.
That's all I was trying to say.
But they got a history with Battlefield. That's why I said I'll never. This is it. This was it. And if people who follow me, they know I am a huge Battlefield fan. Day one, every Battlefield game since Battlefield Bad Company. Well, hell, even when I found out about Battlefield 1943, I was on it quick as hell. That was like the first digital game that I bought at that time. So, yeah. I love Battlefield, but this did it. This was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. No more day one
and
editions
that's sad.
for me. No more day one editions
and that's
for me.
Sad.
You burned me. You burned me so many times with Battlefield. I what I'm saying, I love Hardline when they finally got Hardline to be what Hardline's first intentions were. You know what I'm saying? Battlefield 1, one of the best looking shooters that you could ever look at, but it got old after so long because of the time period and the weapons. Battlefield 5 was not a bad game, but it got destroyed because of the fact that the publicity and, people start talking about wokeness and all that other shit. That's a whole different topic for a whole other day. But then, but you even look at Battlefield 4, which a lot of people will argue is either Bad Company or Battlefield 4, which is the best Battlefield game and probably in my top 5 of best shooters all time. When the game came out complete and right, that shit was absolutely broken. And I bought it for $19 at the GameStop on the used rack. Because they had so many up there. You did me in. You did me in. Battle, you know what I'm saying? You took my last $110, man. But you know what I'm saying?
I know it's crazy. I know it's crazy, Mega, but I know that EA gets a lot of slander. But one of my favorite shooters of all time, campaign and multiplayer, was Titanfall 2, bro. Like that game was so underrated. Like that campaign was so good. Like Titanfall, the original Titanfall, bro, I got tons of hours in that game.
Yes,
man.
sir.
I love that game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And then on the OG Xbox One, like that was my go-to. You know what I'm saying? When I was waiting on some exclusives to drop or whatever. But so they got the potential, and we see it from like Respawn. You know what I mean? Apex is killing it. They actually got a little Battlefield mode going on right now that if you like Battlefield, Mega, you should try that out, man. It's like a control aspect, and they got vehicles and everything in it.
I'm not the biggest fan of Battle Royale games, so that's just
it's 11 versus 11. Like it's a fight. It's like Battlefield, bro. Like
literally,
really? It's like point A, point B, point C. And they got vehicles. You pick your legend or whatever, and then you know what I'm saying, you just spawn back in. You kind of deploy. You deploy just like in Battlefield. And if you own a spot, you can deploy on that spot. You know what I mean? Something to check out. I think they're like playing with the idea of like doing something else other than just BR. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they got some talent over there. They just got to put it in there. You know what I mean? They got to make it work, execute. You know?
Right. No. Like so. What are they going to do? Because I mean, look, I'll boot. I have no choice now. I got to keep it, so I'll boot back Battlefield 2042. But will the rewards be substantial for the people who bought that game day one? And I just fear that it won't, and that's problematic for me. For a franchise that I loved, and where I was repeating to somebody in the chat. Because I was a fan of Warfighter Medal of Honor, but I understood at the time the reason because he was fighting Al Qaeda and it was just really kind of too deep and gritty. But hell, that story was good. The multiplayer was fun. But yeah, go back to that. Go back to Medal of Honor. Put Battlefield on ice until you get a stable team and just let, you know what I'm saying? Because Battlefield's going to go on for about another 2-3 years. That's how long Battlefield usually rides out. But yeah, don't make another Battlefield for at least until we see one towards the end of this generation. You know what I'm saying? Do Medal of Honor. You know what I'm saying? Let people get that bad taste out their mouth from Battlefield, in my opinion. Anybody else want to touch on this before we move on to the last topic? Okay. All right. So, yeah, no, it's unfortunate, man. Breaks my heart. But all right. So, little fun note before we get out of here, and this is kind of crazy. So, this is kind of what we're gonna have some fun with this, right? So, there was a guy that buys a storage unit, and the guy that owned this storage unit, I believe, owned a game store to some degree or whatever. And anyway, this person had a game store, but he went and I guess he lost his unit from what I've read. And so somebody who is, a fan of games and stuff like that, he bought the unit. But if you ever go and buy a storage unit, you don't really know. It's kind of guess. Yeah, you kind of guess to see what you get. But, you know what I'm saying? But the guy said, look, I sit there, I've been a big video game fan. The dude sit there and open up the storage. The storage had, games like, I don't know how many old school retro games. And these games are, this is out in Nebraska, and this is from this game store that I guess they closed down or whatever in 1994 or whatever. And anyway,
wow.
The games that he got, it's rounded off to be around $1 million. So the question I have, like, what you guys think, right? You know what I'm saying? We gamers on this podcast. We gamers that's listening tonight. I gotta ask this question. You know what I'm saying? And keep it real. Gotta keep it funky. Are you gonna let that gamer stay in you and keep those games, or are you gonna sell? So let's go ahead and go to Power Man, man. Power Man 4K, bro. You a gamer? I know you are. You know what I'm saying? So you open this up. You see all these classic retro games, and then you find out that these games is worth $1 million. You keeping, or you going ahead and let that go?
Yo, first things first, man. Shout out to the dude that lost that, because if he couldn't come up with a clean $100 bill to keep his $1 million investment, yeah, he's down bad, bro. I feel bad for that man. But yo, if you telling me
maybe the person passed away or something like that, you never know.
Yeah.
I mean,
that
dude
makes
had
sense.
The storage for 30 years, for 27, 30 years. So obviously something happened. Maybe he just got too old, or maybe people weren't paying attention to his finances or something like that. But this person been paying on it for.
Forgot.
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope so, man. Because listen. I love gaming and all that stuff, but yo, I'm selling quick too. You know what I mean? You telling me $1 million? Oh man, absolutely. And matter of fact, I'm pretty sure my wife might kill me if I try to hold on to that $1 million investment. I'm just saying, bro. So yeah, it's gone. It's gone, and get me a nice clean house and going on vacation for a while, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. He said, you know what I'm saying? So he was going to say, but baby, these are retro games. I'm a gamer. I you know what I'm saying? I got a podcast, and she's saying,
bitch, shut the fuck up
and give that money. That's what she's saying to your ass.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So let's go ahead and get to Jrock. Okay. So hey man, this is amazing. This is a great find. So I mean, you're a gamer. What you gonna do, bro? You gonna sit there and you gonna keep these games, for nostalgia reasons, throw it on YouTube, go ahead and or on social media, man, get hit, promote that, get a little bread off of that. Oh man, what you gonna do? You gonna go ahead and sell that?
No, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sell that off, man, immediately. $1 million.
Immediately.
I'm taking it, bro. Now, because I'll tell you, maybe if I was younger, I will keep it for nostalgia reasons and to build up, a nice wall. But the older I get, the more I realize, the whole collecting thing. Listen, I only got one life to live.
Oh wow!
When I'm collecting a bunch of cardboard boxes and just have them in the form.
That man said, "Hell no with the cardboard." Okay.
Now a bunch of plastic cases, not good. So much to life that we could be doing. We only got a set number of years left, man. I'm telling you, if you're like 40, 50, you're probably not going to see another 50.
Right.
So start doing what you got to do. Enjoy this life. Enjoy the ride. And get out there, man. I'm selling it.
You selling. All right, I got you.
I'm selling.
D, I know. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're going to say. I shouldn't even have to ask you because we know that you're going for nostalgia reasons, you're going to keep these games, right?
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Let me tell you something. You said the store closed in 1994?
1994, yeah. The person that it belonged to, it closed in 1994.
Okay, so 1994, I was 5. I was not gaming
y'all make me
back
feel old as
then.
hell. Dang.
So there are probably going to be a lot of games that I'm like, oh, I've heard of this, but I don't have any personal connection to.
But there's going to be consoles. There's consoles there too, so you can.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. So here's the thing. Like y'all said, like I got things that I need to do. $1 million. Now I'm gonna keep it funky. If you had said this whole unit was like 25,000, 50, right. It's like that a lot of effort to sell and get out the door. I'm not saying 25,000 is anything to sneeze at. But, trying to work out who's buying it, who wants it, they want to come see it. I don't got time for that. Now, 7 digits, I got time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to see fucking money! Right. Like, I'm trying to travel. Because, okay, the thing is, let's break it down. We're adults here. You get $1 million from that, you might see 750. So it's 750 after Uncle Sam gives his chef slice, right?
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
hear me out. So you get like 750, right? That's a good chunk of change. You can buy you a house mortgage free. Hold on though. You can have your cars if you are within means. Okay. Then I don't know about y'all, but I have been terrified to travel the last 2 years. Because immune systems and all that.
Yep.
I'm traveling and I'm getting a private plane, which by the way is not that expensive. It is, but it's not. So I'm about to be living it up. Like it's been stressful for literally every person. Either Carousel or Aruba. I've been there before and it's really, really nice. The alcohol is strong, the sun is hot, and the beaches are warm and inviting. It is very nice. And side note, you can buy a furnished house in the Caribbean for like $60,000. So,
so you're gonna stay? You gonna stay?
I mean, listen, $750,000. That could be the summer house.
I mean,
listen here,
you can still do the podcast. I mean, you'll really be free then, so you'll be good. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, beautiful cost of living. That shit about to be gone. Where do I sign?
Wow.
It's out. No, bye. Now, let's be clear. This is only chronologically intact because 94, like I said, I was 5. If this was me being like 50 and they're like, oh, this store closed in 2005 and it's like the entire PS2 collection, the entire, that would have more weight and, more nostalgia for me. But 1994 is not a time that I'm nostalgic for. So 7 figures, I'm selling.
All right.
I gotta go.
All right,
that's just me.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I see. And people in the chat, man, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Give me a 1 if you sell. Give me a 2 if you don't. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I need to know. I gotta know. So for me, I'm looking at this, and I'm just saying to myself, like, I grew up in this era. You know what I'm saying? I'm an older kid than y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to me, this means a lot. You know what I'm saying? So to see that and to have all those games and to get the chance to test a couple of them out, and see some of those games that's in mint condition and stuff. Because I wouldn't touch those. I would be like, man, you know what? I'm keeping that. I'm keeping it. I'm holding on to it. So I'm gonna pay up on that storage for about,
I'm paying up on storage.
paying up on that storage for about 10, 15 years. Selling that shit because it's going to be double the price. What you think I'm selling? Yeah, I can hold off. I'm saying I'll wait till I get there when I get to, you know what I'm saying? Because then I'm really retire. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that we get the hell out of here and maybe get another, maybe another 50,000
That's
to
what
it
I'm
or
talking
something.
about.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
Or maybe another couple of 100,000 added to it. But I'm going to hold on to it for at least another 10, for at least 10. And then, because because then at that point, like you said, taxes, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Unless you like in Florida or something like that, because I know that in Texas, I believe there's no taxes or whatever for certain things, for the most part. But and the tax rate out here in Oklahoma is really cheap. So like if it was $1 million, probably get like 800, probably close to 900 for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's still 6 figures.
No,
I
it's
will
still 6
take
figures.
it.
But
it's like Jrock said, man. Hey, tomorrow ain't promised today.
No, you're right. Like you're right.
Anything can happen, man.
Right.
You're right. Anything can happen. You're right. I know. Like right now, I'm sitting here right now with a fucked up back from getting hurt from work. So I got you. I know anything can happen.
And that's another thing. If I'm getting up there too now. The idea of having money that if anything happens, I got to go to the emergency room. Having that kind of cash is like, I broke my finger. Bet, where's the hospital? You know what I'm saying? Like that's something. Unfortunately, as an American, it's peace of mind. Okay, send me the bill. How much? You know what I'm saying?
And you put that money in the bank. You put that money in a bank or a CD or something like that. Yeah, that shit will grow interest. Or you can put that money in the stock. So yeah, you can even. Yeah, you can do all types of stuff.
Yeah, that's why I said what I said, man, because as a gamer, hell yeah, I wanna hold on to it, but
my wallet.
As an adult though, I'm like, listen, you partying a lot, so you might need a liver transplant later.
You know what? Right. I mean, might need a liver and a kidney because with the places I want to go and the things I'm going to do.
Mega Man and Pitfall isn't going to pay for the transplant.
You're probably right. You're probably right. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? It's come to make sense. But yeah, no. I mean, like I said, I would definitely sell it, but I would hold on just a little bit longer unless I knew that because I was like, well, how much can I get off of this if I keep it for so long? Let me know. And then if they tell me that you can make another 200 or 300K, whatever, if you do for so many years, I'll try that. But then, like you said, you live, so I'm still risky.
You know what I'm saying?
But
you're gonna have arthritis in your hands, so you're not gonna be gaming for long, right? You're gonna have dentures, so when you try to blow in the cartridge, your dentures is gonna fall out.
Damn, we took it there though.
Damn,
even if you want to show your grandkids, your grandkids like, yo, your grandpa, I could just play it on my tablet. I'm gonna play it on my new Steam Deck. What the hell you bringing out this dusty?
Too, at that point,
you keeping all these dusty ass old games, and you can't give me
bring out this dusty Sega Genesis with the red, white, and video cord. So I'm gonna plug that in. Come on,
got about old TV. Damn, the disrespect. Damn, Delilah even said sell. I got you.
Yeah,
because you could invest and make a hell of a lot more money, and then if you got enough money, you could go and try to start a new collection of old games. Like hell,
you're out there pulling out your reading glasses just to read the title.
Hell yeah, your new job is going to garage sales, just picking up old new games. I'm saying old retro games, and then restarting a new. So yeah, that's really good shit. But man, thank you guys.
And like Jrock said, man, I like that. Like I'm all in on this digital age, man. I like that clean.
I love
you know what I'm saying?
I love the digital
like,
age.
I'm trying to have everything like clean and dusted off and all that kind of stuff, man. I did that when I was younger, but now I'm just like, yo, I like a nice, clean, simple setup to where I can just
been to like a hoarder's house.
It stinks.
Thank you.
No,
it has thickness in the air.
It's like
I'm trying to act like it's not there.
Well, you could. I mean, you wouldn't move that stuff. You would just keep the storage, and then just continue to keep paying on the storage.
Yeah, then you flip one case. You flip one box, you find black mold all over the place.
Oh yeah. Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? And the spiders and scorpions and all types of shit. Like man, you got all types of shit.
Scorpions. part.
Yeah.
I held on personally. Like I personally held on to. I got some pretty good comic books I've been holding on and letting them cook for a while, kind of like K Mega was talking about.
Yes.
And I'm gonna hold off and let those sell. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple signed Spawn comics and stuff like that from the 90s. They were pretty dope.
I still got
you
the
know?
old Atari 2600. You know what I'm saying? Wood grain.
Yeah.
And I still got that. But
Eventually that stuff will sell, man. People out there like to collect, and for those people, hey, that's great. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just hoping that this little PlayStation, because my son got it for me about what was it? When those little PlayStation 1 little minis come out about 5 years ago. Yeah, that shit's still in the box. Watch, I'm gonna try to sell that shit when I get to like 60. Hey man, I got this. Man, that shit is like $10. I ain't held this shit for nothing. So, but yeah. No,
I ain't gonna lie. I got that little mini Sega. I had to do that, man. I was definitely a Sega kid for sure, man. I love Sega.
I was definitely a lot of Xbox gamers are Sega.
Yeah. I've been noticing that everybody I talk to is like a Sega, like yo, Dreamcast. I was all in on the Dreamcast, man. I was so sad when that console day was way ahead of its time too, man.
Hey, they do a mini Dreamcast. I'm all over it.
I'm playing Power Stone all night.
Power Stones, man. Good lord, yeah. But fighting.
Bro, what was it? Jet Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio. Yeah, that's a
radio.
That's a back.
Or was it? Was it Jet Grind Radio? Because I had the Japanese.
Jet Grind
Future
Radio and Jet
something like that.
Radio.
Jet Set Future or something like that.
Yeah,
I forgot which one was the Japanese one, but I had the Game Genie. And all that, so I could play these.
Genie, man,
I could play the Japanese games and stuff like that. So Crazy Taxi, I was playing.
Yeah,
I played Shenmue, but with the Japanese. I didn't understand the word, but the game was fire.
I had a modded chip for both my Dreamcast and for my PlayStation 1 and 2. And I still to this day have those modded discs of those PlayStation 1 games. And that's where I got the chance to play Thrill Kill and tons of other games, because Thrill Kill got discontinued because it was too graphic. And then you still could play the regular games. Boy, modded consoles was the life, boy. Man, that was everything. So you can sit there and I'm not even gonna go into it. I might get myself in trouble. Anyway, so but yeah, no, it was
the Game Shark, the Game Genie.
I remember those.
Yes. So good stuff, guys, man. Fantastic, man. Attic, you late, brother. You late. No, I'm just playing. Thank you guys for coming on through, stopping by, saying what's up. But for sure, I think everybody would sell that. Congratulations to the people out there in Nebraska that sit there and came and bought that storage and got that. Man, damn, boy, I want to be lucky like that. But yeah, where can everybody find you at? Jrock, man, thank you for coming on, man. Hope this ain't the last time I can have you on, brother.
Definitely won't be, man. Just invite me anytime, brother. Invite me.
No doubt.
Yeah, so they can find me at Jrock on Twitter. That's J with 2 A's, Rock. So they know where I'm at. I'm always doing the same thing.
They making rap songs about you. So I mean, shit, they know where you're at.
Listen, the media outlets in Spain know where I'm at. So.
Woo!
Wow.
Do it. Damn thing. All right, man. Power Man, like I said, man, to like the same thing with Jrock, man. Hope this ain't the last time, man, that you'll hop up on the podcast, man. Really appreciate you stopping by, man. Let everybody know about your podcast, your channel, all of that.
Oh yeah, man. I really appreciate you letting me come on. It's been a blast. Time flew. I can't even believe it's been almost 2.5 hours. But my name is Power Man 4K. I'm on YouTube every Thursday at 9 p.m. We do the Xbox Live Party Podcast USA. That YouTube channel is XBL Party USA at 9 p.m. with me and my buddy KY Bob. Just last week we had Noof Nukem, Dirt Griggity. And we have and I've had Mega on the show, so it's been a lot of fun, man. And that's where you can catch me. And other than that, man, I'll see you on Twitter and out there in the gaming streets.
No doubt.
Mega, let me say this one thing.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Saturday night is Jrock's game night. We're playing Halo again. Custom matches. Hit me up on Twitter if you wanna join. We're doing it at at 3 p.m. to 3 to 5, and then we're doing it again from 8 to 10 tomorrow.
Nice.
No doubt.
So just hit me up on Twitter if you want a game.
Yeah, everybody's link is in the description, so check it out. Even Rosie Bomb, who couldn't make it, she had a last minute situation to happen, but hopefully we can get her back on. And yeah, no doubt about that. But yeah, go check out the links in the description. Go check these guys out. Go follow them. Go sub to their channels. Go show support to these people out here, man. Really do support it. That's supporting the gaming. That's really talking about some real shit out here. So D, where can they find you at? You know what I'm saying? Ginger's mom. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Did I say it right? Okay.
Mhm. I am on Twitter at Gingy's mom and PlayStation Network at Gingy's mom and Xbox Kirby Titan and Twitch. I'm on D Marie and the letter B.
Got a million damn names. Just have one name. And people will
God,
find you a lot easier.
listen, when I made these accounts, okay, I was incognito, so I need to have the same name.
Yeah,
Okay?
just because that damn man out there chasing you don't mean that you can't hide now. He gone.
Anyway, check up for me. Listen here. I just did my stuff sporadically, so it's just like I like this name, I like this name.
It is what
But
it
yeah,
is.
I mean, maybe one day I will just, purge everything and just make one. But that's where I am. I be, chilling, playing my Grand Thefts and my Red Deads and whatever else. Hit me up.
Cyberpunk. She's going back to Cyberpunk.
So yeah, I got to do my corporal run through. I'm not sure. I'm gonna start from scratch. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream it yet, but I may stream it just to kind of see everything fresh and new. I'm waiting for the day. All this technology. I'm waiting for the day that we can stream. I don't think we're there yet, but I hope that day is coming soon.
Yes.
With all this damn technology.
Well, it'll eventually come and show up. But yeah, but thank you guys for coming check it out. As for me, don't know about if I'm streaming Saturday. I don't know if we are, cool. Don't know. That's up to Don. If Don's back from his vacation from, being out there milking a Cambodian yak, riding on an eagle, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a nature guy. So we'll see about that. Other than that, but yeah, Sunday night, we going to get down. Fight Night Sunday, King of the Fighters edition. There's no other. We ain't playing nothing else but King of the Fighters 15, baby. I cannot wait. I played a little bit of it. Game looks really good and polished, and the netcode is solid. So we'll be definitely doing that. And then also, I got something new that I'm going to be doing, adding a little bit more to Fight Night. And people let me know in the chat. You can let me know later or whatever. But I'm going to do this thing called Fight Night 1-on-1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to challenge people through the community. And we can do, and you choose the fighting game of your choice, and we'll get down. Best out of 10, best out of 20. And we'll stream it. And then, of course, I'll chop it up and put it into YouTube. So if you beat me, then you beat me. If you don't, boy, get this work. So I will be coming for everybody, and I'm coming for playing your game. So ain't nobody gonna sit there and try to play me in Tekken. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? There might be a few. I hear that there's some out there that say that they're really nice at Tekken. I know my boy Tiger Uppercut is good at Tekken. But I earn my respect playing him, so it's all good. So yeah, we could go ahead and do that. But yeah, let's go. The first person that's going to be coming up Wednesday is Crispy Bomb, and he's challenging me to some Mortal Kombat. So we're going to get it popping. I want to do this fight night thing for real. I want people to really know how much I love fighters and let people just have a good time, be a part of the community, talk a little shit, and just keep it moving. And also, if people want to join in and just talk shit, just want to have a good time with it, not to be too crazy like we did where we was talking about our first topic where people being disrespectful, but have a good time. And if people want to challenge that person, then maybe we could just add a little something to it to where somebody say, hey, yeah, let them go at it. Let's just see just for fun and try to make this community grow in a positive way. So yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. And yeah, shout out to GWG for their 200th episode, man. Damn, they got there. Thanks to appreciate the ladies doing their thing and all of that. So man, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Hopefully we almost out of this pandemic. You know what I'm saying? So I can live through you guys so y'all can do the pants off, dance off. You know what I'm saying? I'm a married man. I can't be doing all that no more. So, well, not out in the streets in public with different estranged women.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? But I can live through you guys. So, the single love to mingle, and that's all right. So Jeannie, get out there and start letting people know. All right, woo! She didn't say nothing. Okay.
Are you talking to me? Because
Yeah,
I don't know
well,
whose name that is.
I keep calling you
I don't know that name.
D.
Oh, nobody. I don't know nobody.
D.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that's
D.
me.
Okay, yeah. So you're single and me.
About to mingle with this bed and some murder she wrote and call this
Whoa.
shit a night.
Damn.
Because it's past my old lady bedtime.
All right. I'm gonna go
I
practice.
cannot.
I'm gonna practice on some damn King of the Fighters. Everybody have a good night. God bless y'all, man. Be good. Be safe.
Have a
See y'all next
good one,
week.
guys. Thank you.
Peace.
Have a good one, brother. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.